The Vermont Principals Association in Montpelier today talking about violent and inappropriate behavior by fans at school sporting events. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm Brian Colleran.
And I'm Alice King. The issue comes after multiple incidents at games across the state. Most recently in Elburg, where a man died after a brawl at a middle school basketball game.
We also have a responsibility in this building, too, from public servants to lobbyists and those who report on it.
That was Vermont Governor Phil Scott on Tuesday talking about the brawl and how we all have a responsibility to be role models for our kids, even lawmakers. NBC5's Carolyn Sistrand explains how state leaders are now getting involved on this. Carolyn.
Yeah, Brian, Alice, the VPA requires that a message about good sportsmanship and spectator expectations is read before every game. But lawmakers say they're ready to take additional measures if the education route doesn't stop violence or hateful fan behavior. The Vermont Principals Association testifying in front of the Senate Education Committee Friday, talking about what they're doing to stay ahead of bad behavior happening at school athletic events.
There are idiots out there, and I'll use the term on purpose. They're acting inappropriate in the stands. But the vast majority of people are good.
Since the fall, 3,200 high school sports games have been played. Only 1.1% have resulted in a report about inappropriate behavior. Lawmakers,
we were concerned,
still want to be out in front of the situation. Committee Chair Senator Brian Campion says they're open to considering a move to fining spectators as a way to deter bad behavior.
The VPA recommended that they don't believe that we're at that spot yet. But legislators will continue to have this conversation and see if we should move in this direction.
Senator Campion expecting to bring in other stakeholders like athletic directors in the coming months to weigh in on what else needs to be done and if the state should step in. Vermont seeing multiple behavioral issues at sports events over the past few years. So far this year, a TikTok involving racially insensitive language posted by a CVU girls varsity basketball player, and a brawl at a middle school basketball game in Elburg. A man involved in that fight, 6-year-old Russell Giroux from Elburg, died later that night, but it is still not clear if his death is connected to the incident. Vermont State Police telling NBC5 Friday, since the toxicology report isn't done, that their investigation is ongoing, and they're awaiting the final word from the medical examiner to determine the cause and manner of death. The VPA, who oversees athletics for grades 9 through 12, seeing most of their reports from girls. Many comments made related to their appearance and body shape.
Every person should step on that field feeling their best self, feeling confident to play the game and to play to the best of their ability.
Senator Campion is also interested in seeing if the VPA can get involved in education about sportsmanship and being a good fan at the middle school level. Now, if you or a student that you know has experienced harassment or other inappropriate behavior during a school-sponsored athletic event, you can report that on the VPA's website. In the newsroom, Carolyn Sistrand, NBC5 News.